Okay. So I sat down to do a completely different reading. Not the reading I'm about to do, but when the energy comes in, the energy comes in. So this is an energy, like this week, I don't know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is. It's Mars and Mercury conjunct in Scorpio on my psyche. That's what it is. And I'm about to go on a tangent, sorry. The degree right before my psyche is like a channeling degree. It's a parrot talking and like you overhearing somebody else's conversation. And that's not really like a gift of mine that I have. Well, kind of. I channel when I read tarot. Like I don't really pay attention to what I'm even thinking. I just put it out there. But like the actual like this music stuff coming in and this like these like I gotta talk. Somebody coming in. It's not like a voice, it's an energy, but like an energy that's like I gotta talk. That's the 18th degree of Scorpio. The 19th degree, which is my psyche, is like a woman pulling back the curtains and like spiritual insight coming in. It's very like feminine degree too. So anyway, that's lit up by Mars and Mercury and Scorpio. And I just keep getting these messages, right? I hope it sticks around though. It's fun. I like it. It's fun. So the reading I am going to do, because I sat down with my tarot deck and these cards just picked it up and they spilled right on the floor. So what spilled on the floor was the Six of Cups upright, a sun in Scorpio, which we're just a couple days away from, and then we're going to have the Scorpio stellium, Mars, Mercury, and the sun all in Scorpio. Intense. But so this fell over upright, right? Six of Cups. That's like reminiscing, deep like soul connections with people or like people from your childhood. You know, thinking back to like people that you like really, really like care about. For me, it's always like a soul connection card, like going back to like our childhood. And it's this boy giving this girl this cup on there too. And they look like young and innocent. So like this like pure love kind of a thing I'm getting. And then also with that, but they fell down face over and I like couldn't get them up too. It was really weird. I like couldn't pick them up. It took me like 30 seconds to pick these cards up. So underneath that, and doesn't want to be turned over, was this together, was the Two of Cups and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. That's sad, right? That's sad. This upright and these in reverse. So I think this is somebody that like, and I've been getting this energy that that really fumbled the ball, that really dropped the ball, that really like somebody, there's my throat chakra too. Don't want to talk about this. That really like had very strong feelings for somebody, very like sweet connection. And then they just dropped the ball. They either were never in a connection with this person and like always wanted to pursue them and always had really strong feelings and never told them, or they were in it and they dropped the ball and they, you know, didn't treat them super great. I don't know how bad the situation is. I can't quite feel that yet. Okay. Well, there we go. Death. So yeah, maybe it's pretty bad. Maybe this is somebody that really didn't treat somebody well and it's in their feels. It's having some like emo feels about it. It's having some emo feels about it. Yeah. Wow. Death. Scorpio. King of Cups. Scorpio. And talking about somebody who's having some deep feels. I mean, the King of Cups. And look at that. Look at that. In this one, he's got two cups in it. The Two of Cups in reverse. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. And there's like this like red light coming down. So like maybe this is somebody, I don't know why this energy is coming in so intensely, right? Maybe this is somebody who's like getting some clarity on that Two of Cups thing. And there's like kind of fire underneath and that little birdie So like maybe some like repetitive thoughts about this. Again, that channeling degree, the parrot, right? Yeah, this person's feeling a lot. And I think is really having regrets about it ending or not treating you the right way. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle this real quick. Look at that. Split it to the Lovers, a choice. Hey. And then there's the Seraphim up there, that angel. And those angels are like, so this person, I don't know why I just said he or she, could be either. But this person, like, and the Seraphim angels are like, if I'm remembering this correctly, I actually just was reading about these. They're like so pure that like, that's kind of like why they're folded that way. Cause they're like so pure. They won't even like show their angelness. So I think this person like thinks of you as like this angel. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this reading for the person who's feeling this way or the person who they're thinking about. Let's see, what's on the bottom of the deck? Queen of Swords in reverse. So I think this is supposed to be for the person who's actually feeling this way. Who's actually feeling like they messed up. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Yeah, okay. So this, I'm going to do the reading for the person who is actually feeling this way. Feeling like they dropped the ball, messed up. Knight of Wands took some impulsive actions. Okay, I'm like feeling the anxiety. This energy is coming in intense. I'm like feeling the anxiety of this energy. Okay, so you're not feeling great about whatever you did. I can feel it. Okay, so Spirit, what do you want to tell this person? What do you want to tell them? What do you want to tell them? There it goes again. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so they're acknowledging, right, that that this was that you kind of dropped the ball, right? That and also I feel like this is like investing in the wrong things. Placing your pentacles in the wrong places. So what's this on the bottom of the deck? Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Okay. So especially if the way in which you dropped the ball here was to cheat. Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups is always like my third party situation. Especially if it was like, I'm feeling that anxiety again. Yeah. Especially if it was like with somebody that person was friends with or knew or was in the same like, group. Oh, that's a tough one, right? So like I'm feeling the anxiety. So if this is your situation, Spirit is talking to you. Four of Wands. Oh boy. Four of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you like really feel like this person that you know, dropped the ball with like was really your person too after this. Like this is like really like, you know, the 11-11 card, the like really like finding your person and building community, and like it's like this especially when there's like people on it. To me it's very much like a soulmate kind of a card, like I met my person. And then Venus and Aries too. Venus and Aries can be very impulsive sometimes. So maybe this was like an impulsive thing, right, that you did? Okay. Spirit, how can we... What do you want to tell this person. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah. So impulsive. And I also think that this is, because Ace of Wands upright to me is always like spirit coming in, like that idea from spirit, or that, like, yeah, take this path. In reverse, it's not though. And in reverse to me, sometimes it can be like thinking it's divine inspiration, like thinking that it's spirit coming in to be like, yeah, follow your intuition, but no, it's not. It's just your ego. And like, I'm saying that everything I say, and like, even when I channel these more negative energies, like the reason I can channel them, the reason that I can like pop into them so easily is because like, I've been there. I've experienced all these energies. I've been most of these energies, or at least some shade of them. So like, trust me, there have been plenty of times that I have been like, oh, I'm following my intuition. Oh, that was divine guidance. Oh, and no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But it was something that I really wanted, that my ego really wanted. That like, I was just all too happy to be like, oh yeah, that was divine. That was my intuition. Not my dick. I don't have a dick, but not my baser needs, not my ego, not my pride, not my sex drive, my, stuff. So I think that they're saying like, make sure you're not justifying ego things as a, like, being from spirit. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Cloudy. Lots of options. This is the Seven of Cups to me is always kind of like the Devil's Cup, especially in reverse. It's all these different options. It's like very Neptune. It's Venus and Scorpio, actually. That's weird. For some reason in my mind it was Venus and Pisces, but Venus and Scorpio. And like, you can see on it, right? Like, there's all those like different options. There's like the house. There's like a little, I don't know what that is, Sunday with pearls. There's like a little plant there. There's fire. There's a snake. There's a ghost. There's all that stuff. So this is like, you can choose, but, and the 7 deadly sins too, I always get from this, like, you have your choice. You have free will. But if you're choosing, that one, because you really want to drink of that, even though you shouldn't be drinking it, right? It's not the best drink for you. When like over here there's like the health kombucha or whatever. Ugh, I wouldn't choose that either, but here's like the freshly squeezed juice that's healthy for you. So I think that this is spirit being like, just be more discerning, right? I think it's gently like calling out, like, yeah, maybe not the right choice, but okay, so how can you ease their mind, spirit? Like, we don't need to. Spirit must see that I'm a Virgo and is like, tell them what they did wrong. She's the messenger we need. How can they feel better? Two of Swords. And in this deck in particular, very much I get like that, like baby high priestess thing, like, and this is interesting. Right now I'm filming this. I'm actually filming it in halftime from the football game that I was watching, and I think I'm going over. So I'm going to try and make this quick, but it just came to me and I had to do it. The moon is in Libra right now, and the moon is in its balsamic phase. There's about to be a new moon in Libra. So actually, like, if there's somebody that you want to like rectify things with, although I don't know if that's great right now. I feel like you're very emo. But like in general, a Libra new moon is like a great time to like kind of start that process. But my point is, so we're in the balsamic phase of the moon. The moon is dark. It's one of the most intuitive times of the moon. I have a natal balsamic moon, and like I feel like I can take in the most information, and like actually things are clearest to me when the moon is balsamic right now. But that it's the phase that like is the end of things, decomposing, letting go before that new moon phase, right? So the moon is actually in Libra in its balsamic phase right now. So like composting, letting go of some of this anxiety, especially around the Libra and things, right? The imbalance in the relationship. and like give it to spirit, right? Like give it to spirit. Don't sit here in so much anxiety. What should I do? What, just let spirit take a little bit of that and chill a little bit. And also, like, if there is a choice here and you feel like you made the wrong choice, that's okay, right? Like we have a lot of choices in life. That doesn't mean that you can't make a better choice next time or rectify this if you want to rectify it. But that's a choice. That would be a choice. If you do want to rectify it, you have to make the choice. You can't just sit here being anxious. What did I do? Woe is me. You have to make the choice. And take the action. And also make the choice to, like, I know when I do things that I feel really, not great about myself for doing, I have to make the choice to, accept that I did that. Accept that I participated in behavior that makes me sick to my stomach, that I feel shame about, which I've done on plenty of occasions. We all have. So you have to accept that you made that choice. And then figure out, okay, how can I do this differently? How can I rectify it? How can I take accountability for what I did? Own it. Not sit here and just shame yourself and feel like shit about it. That's not going to help you. But take accountability and say, I don't want to feel like this again. I don't want to do this again. This isn't who I want to be. So it's not who I'm going to be. I'm going to make the choice to learn from this and do it differently. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. My light just turned off. My ring light just turned off. Why would it turn off? It's sorry, I was like looking at the timer. I was 17 counting up, just thinking about the star. Okay, well, the light turned off. Interesting. Right as I was looking at the sun and this pentacles, and there's like eyes. 2 eyes. See things clearly. See things clearly. And know that you can have a fresh new start, whether that is with this person that you feel like you wronged or, just in general, and you just want to be a better person and move on. That is possible. And the universe is abundant, right? We're always afforded a new start. We can always start over, maybe not in the way that we necessarily wanted it to. But there's always that fresh start. And this is something that, like, if you want to rectify things with that person, I think, again, with the eyes, like, abre los ojos. Ooh, I want some Spanish rice. That sounds really good. And some taco. I won't go on a food tangent. You're welcome. But yeah, open your eyes and, like, own up to it. If you own up to it, both to yourself and to that. Well, I don't know if they want you to go back to that person right away. Justice, yeah, own up to it, right? I wasn't fair. Libra energy, Libra new moon. I wasn't fair. I'm going to own that. I'm going to tell you that I see how I wasn't fair. I would like to apologize, and I would like to start something tangible. Small, but tangible. I know I was not fair. I know what I did was wrong. I know uneven. I know. And I would like to take responsibility for it. 6 of Swords in reverse. Functioning dysfunction. I couldn't get it out of my own way, my own bullshit, right? So instead I threw you overboard. I threw you out of my shit. I'm going to take accountability for that. I'm not going to try and blame you. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to take accountability. I'm not going to try and downplay. I am going to take accountability. It's so hard to do, to actually just take accountability for our actions, especially if they're not good. It sucks. It sucks. And when I actually started to do it, which really wasn't until a couple of years ago, there was one time where I was a real piece of shit, right? And it was to my mom. I don't want to get into all the details, but I was a real piece of shit. And I sat in my room. This is after the fight. You guys don't need to know my past, but I was living in a home with my mom, and I sat in my room, and I didn't leave for like 3 days. Like I would get up at like 2 a.m. to go eat something, or like, because like I couldn't take accountability. I could like facing up to who and what I was, and that I couldn't do it. But I did finally, after like 3 or 4 days, like a psycho, hold up in my room. And then like that moment of like being like, I am so sorry. And I'm horrified at my behavior. And I was a piece of shit. It's hard to do. But we have to do it. We have to look at that shadow in the face, right? If we just ignore it and we like, nothing's going to heal. We're all the bad guy sometimes. All of us. This was your time. You got to own up to it. You got to own up to it. There it is again, that 7 of Cups in reverse. I made the wrong decision. And I threw you over the boat. Because I wanted my poison wine, or whatever it is, you know? I mean, I think it's like you cheated. Okay. If they want to go back to this person, I guess I'm just assuming you want to go back to this person, but I mean, if I'm assuming it, that must be the case. 7 of Wands, yeah. Maybe they have you blocked, although it's in reverse. Let down your walls. Don't be defensive. That's coming through a lot. Don't be defensive. Be open and vulnerable. No guards up. And like, let them talk too. If you're gonna go, like, because I'm sure they probably have some feelings. Our TV just turned on. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Maybe that's what they want to tell you. I love chicken from Popeyes. Hold on, let me turn this off. I love chicken from Popeyes. I really do, and now I want chicken from Popeyes. Okay. Well, maybe they want to tell you they love chicken from Popeyes. I don't know. Popeyes, don't pop up on them. Don't like come on out of the blue. Don't do that. And then look again on the back, Justice. So yeah, I mean, I think Spirit is just saying you got to own up to it. You got to own up to it. You got to be, you know, all that. And then, like, okay, Spirit, how can they best heal? Oh, let's forget about this other person. How can they best heal this, like, within themselves? Like, how can they best heal the anxiety about what happened? Anxiety. Well, these 3 kind of like, let's see what they're. 4, actually. Whew, the Empress in reverse, yeah, okay. I feel like this is in relationship to yourself, because the Empress in reverse to me is always like a very, is like a very kind of like smothering energy, and very insecure, and like needs like constant validation, and needs like it's kind of afraid of their own power. It doesn't want to own their own, like afraid of their own love kind of a situation. So I think this is saying like, be kinder to yourself. Don't sit here and like smother your own feelings or like talk to yourself and be like, I'm a piece of shit. Like, I don't, that doesn't help the situation. Get in touch with your more feminine side too, like being vulnerable, right? Like actually work on being vulnerable with yourself, not even with anybody else, with yourself. And like talking to yourself in a kinder way too. Again, you made a mistake. Maybe it was a really big one. Maybe it was really bad. Again, we've all done it. Speak to yourself with kindness, with love. Like, I made a mistake. I forgive myself. I love myself. And I've loved to give others in a positive way. I can heal this. I can heal this. King of Wands in reverse. There we go again. King of Wands in reverse to me is always a big mistake. It's a big mistake. It's also over-promising, under-delivering. It's like being really in your ego, really like, I got this shit. I can do that. I'm this shit. Nothing, nobody, this is like negative Leo energy. Like, I got everybody's number. I can do whatever I want. Never get caught. Never get nothing. King of Wands in reverse is like a douche. So I think, again, this is saying like, you do have that wand. King of Wands upright, I love. King of Wands upright is like very charismatic, very takes inspired action, very confident. So you got to get yourself back into that place. You got to get this King of Wands upright, right? Upright. So stop like just want to do, like ego stuff. I know that you are the King of Wands. Yeah, you made an impulsive choice. You made a mistake. But you're the King of Wands. You have a ton of worth. You have the ability to rectify a situation, the creative will within you to change the outcome. And Wands are always spirit too. Like, so spirit is on your side spirit's always on everyone's side if they want to get better, right? If they want to improve themselves, spirit will help you. Again, not necessarily in the way that your ego wants them to help you. Like, when I'm like, spirit, help me make this situation end. That's not how spirit helps me. Spirit's not like, okay, I'm going to come and take you out of your pain to help you. Not right now, but I can teach you the tools. I can teach you the situations you need to sit through, that you need to learn from, that you need to experience. And then I can help you because you'll understand them. And then I'll be happy to help you. Every situation in my life, I look at why is this happening for me as opposed to me. So start thinking in that way about this whole situation. Not why did this happen to me? I mean, you did make the choice, right? But okay, why did I make how can this function as positive? How can I learn from this? Why did this happen for me? Why was the situation set up that makes me feel like such a piece of, why? What is that alerting me to? What can I change and transmute within myself so that I won't feel this way again? And I'll be a stronger, better, more inspired King of Wands and the Empress then, right? And like knowing your own worth. Eight of Swords. You're keeping yourself trapped in your own prison. Negative thinking. Overthinking. I can never get out of this. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. But you have to change your perspective. And you have to get out of this ruminating thoughts and mental. That's not going to help you. You have to take action. Do something different. And stop. Sorry. I don't mean to be mean, but stop feeling sorry for yourself. That's not helping you. Own up to it, both within yourself and to the people you need to own up to, and then move on, right? And then ruminating and sitting there and woe is me and this will never get better, then it never will. If that's the way you want to be. Six of Swords in reverse. Again, especially paired with that, like you can get out of the situation. You can go to calmer waters, but you have to do it. You have to make the choice. Nobody's coming to save you. Spirit, nobody. Cards are falling off like crazy. But you can save yourself. Easy peasy. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. The easy peasy part, Spirit is saying that's not a lie. It's not that it's easy, but for us it doesn't feel easy to make that choice and to get into different habits. So it's not hard, actually, Spirit says, but it's hard, right? It's hard to do. Ten of Wands. Saturn and Sagittarius, Ten of Wands. You're burdening yourself, all these feelings. And that's interesting because it's split up into 6 wands and 4 wands. Victory, and then that 4 wands, right? So I'd be like, I want to get back to my person. I want to get back to my persons. I want victory. You can get back to them and you can have victory, but you got to deal with this Ten of Wands first. You got to deal with the way that you're feeling, with the big feels, the burden of them. There's probably like things externally that you need to take care of too. But I feel like these Ten of Wands are like your own emotions more than anything. Let a couple of the wands go. Let a couple of those burdens go. I'm just going to cut the deck and then that's going to be it. Oh, hey, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. Here's the positive thing. Put those together, 20. Judgment. It's time to wake up. It's time to do things differently. It's time to heed the call of being better. Of being better. And I know that seems, I don't mean to seem like mean or curt, but I mean, we can all be better, right? We can all do better. That's not shaming yourself. That's how, like, I can do better. I can be better. That's how you become better. That's how you do better. All right, and let's just get like the 3 little messages from Spirit. Send you on your way to start healing. It's good too that the Scorpio stellium is it healing? It can be, but it's a great time to transform. It's a great time to do that, like alchemy. Let die what needs to die, rebirth what needs to rebirth. Get crystal clear, right? Get crystal clear. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to others. Get that ego out of the way. What happened? What did I do? How can I fix it? How can I take accountability? What do I want? What am I going towards? What am I no longer going to accept in myself? All these things. Just get crystal clear. It's uncomfortable, but, you know, we got to do it. We got to do it. All right. More Spirit, please. Aragonite, release your emotional baggage. Yeah. Get crystal clear, release your emotional baggage. 8 of Swords. It's emotionally hard, but gotta let it go, right? Release your emotional baggage. And maybe there's a lot of it. 6 of Cups. This could be like years, right? And maybe not even just with this person, but like patterns of behavior, patterns in relationships, the way you show up, the mistakes that you make. Release your emotional baggage. As long as you sit here being like, oh, I'll never change. Oh, I'm such a bit. Then you never will. And let's get 2 more. Feeling like 4. 4 is a good number. The Emperor, 4. Control over your emotions. Control over yourself. Prioritize your health. Again, mental health too. And you know what? Also, like, having like all these like negative thoughts and anxiety, like that can literally impact your physical life. Stress you out, blood pressure rises. It can truly, like, it can affect your health. And especially like if you're somebody that you know, that likes to like run away from their problems or deal with their problems via like substances. Again, I'm saying this because I have plenty of experience with this. I think this is also saying like, okay, let's actually work on healing instead of healing from or whatever it is. Smoking. Today's, I think, my 4-month anniversary not smoking. Is it today? Well, it's close. Okay, here's my cat. I told you, he's always a confirm. So he's like, get healthier, get healthier. And then what was the last one? Rose quartz. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. All these big emo feels, all these big anxieties, everything that you're having, that's taking up a lot of heart space for your emotions. When there could be happiness, when there could be love, when there could be healing, when there could be better thoughts about yourself. Open up your heart. Let your heart take the lead. Seems like your mind's been taking the lead a lot. And is it making you feel good? It's not. I can feel it. Open your heart. Labradorite. See the magic. It's all around us. We can see it a lot better when we say, I want to see it. I want to heal. See the magic. It's right there in front of your face. Spirit, come in. You can heal. You can do it. But it starts with you. Right, Saturn? Right? He's very talkative. He says, right. Meow. Like, share, subscribe, please. Thanks.